Hello, spooky friends, and welcome to another episode of Storytime with the Scaryish Podcast.
Woo!
I'm Robin Grace. This is Adam Diaz.
Hello.
And we are getting creepier. No, hopefully we're not getting creepier.
Yeah, we are.
We're getting closer and closer to Halloween time. It's great. Love it. And today we're here to read you folks some homegrown horrors. Adam, why don't you tell us what those are?
Homegrown horrors are the stories that you wonderful folks send in to us, and they are typically stories that came from you, a family, or a friend that you know. And it's supernatural, paranormal, spooky, sometimes true crime, sometimes coincidental, sometimes UFO related, but always like something geared towards the content of the show. Maybe it covers a topic that we've actually covered. Whatever it may be, it's something that you send in and say, hey, you can read this on the show if you would like. And Robin, for folks who have a story like that, where can they send it?
You can send it to storytime@scaryish.com. That is our email. You can also go to our website, scaryish.com. There's a contact us page. You just fill out that little form there, and it gets sent to us that way.
Indeed. So we would love to hear from you. We are going to be reading 4 stories tonight, which is pretty normal. Pretty excited to get into it. So I believe I'm going to be going first, if I am not mistaken.
Yeah.
Cool. So I'll just jump into my first one. The subject is, you can read this on the pod, ILY, kissy face. I believe ILY stands for I love you. Not sure, though. So let's just go ahead and jump into it. Hi, Adam and Robin.
Hello.
Hello. My name is Rain. I moved to New Zealand in July and had to go through government-funded managed isolation, which is mandatory for anyone coming into New Zealand.
Wow.
For those who don't know...
I don't think they have any cases in New Zealand.
Right now, I don't think they do.
Yeah.
For those of you who don't know what that is, it's where the government pays for you to isolate in a hotel for 2 weeks. It's definitely a necessary precaution, especially since I was coming from California and Rona cases were pretty bad then. But in saying that, I spent 2 weeks stuck in a hotel room with my family, and it was then that I found your podcast. Wow.
Nice.
We're glad. We hope that we actually help pass the time in like fun ways.
Yeah.
I listened to a couple of episodes and knew that I had to start from the beginning. So I'm currently in September. I'm on the episodes where all you guys talk about is your upcoming Japan trip and your need for new mics. LOL. Wow, that's so long ago.
That's so long. That's 2018.
Yeah.
Oh my Lanta.
Yeah, like beginning of 2018, because we went to Japan in May of 2018.
Yeah.
So
dang, we've been doing this for a long time.
We really have. So moving forward on the email. Now, on to my homegrown horrors. A couple years ago, I was the sickest I had ever been. Literally all I did was sleep and puke. But one night, I drank hella NyQuil before passing the fuck out. I woke up a little later and checked on the time, and it was 3:30 a.m. In parentheses, RIP, LOL. But I woke up because I heard these little-ass kids arguing in the next room over, and I was low-key pissed because, 1, why the fuck were these kids at my house this late, and 2, why the fuck were they so damn loud? Then the TV on my dresser turned on. The screen was black, but there was audio. It was staticky as fuck, but it sounded like an old horse race, like I could hear the announcer dude announcing. It was one of those old-ass boxy TVs, and even though the screen was black, it kind of lit up the room, and that's when I realized that there was a figure by the TV.
What the French toast?
It was tall, and it was pitch fucking black. I could see its spindly legs slowly turning up the TV volume.
Whoa,
Excuse me.
What?
Let me rephrase this. I could see its spindly fingers slowly turning up the TV volume.
I was going to say, like, that's creepy. I could just imagine
I re-recorded it so I wouldn't put it in the episode.
Okay, got it.
I'll mark it again. Back to the tension. I can't remember feeling scared, though. All I felt was tired. It wasn't that I couldn't move, I was just too exhausted to move. Off topic, but I just think it's funny how if that figure was a dude who had come to murder me, I would have just let him kill me because I was too tired to move. Anyways, the figure kept turning up the volume on the TV, and it got so loud to the point where my ears were literally ringing.
Volumes, okay. Loud noises are just scary. I've had nightmares or night terrors or whatever where you just have that loud screaming in your ears, and it just freaks you. At least it gives me anxiety. I don't know about you guys, but it was a horrifying experience to have that dream and not be able to wake up from it, and just having that screaming and having it not stop no matter how tight you close your eyes or how much you cover your ears. And just the idea that this guy was like, no, dude, I'm going to crank it all the way up to 11.
Just keep cranking on it. That sounded weird. I'll just go back to the email now.
What?
After the volume reached max, the figure started hovering towards me. I was still hella tired, so I just laid there. It got closer and closer and just went right through me. I sat straight up and puked into the bucket next to my bed. I looked around and realized that I don't have a TV in my room, so I got up, took more NyQuil, and passed back out. I knew it was a fever dream caused by a mixture of the sickness and the medicine.
You're saying you were down with the sickness.
I fucking knew you were going to say that. But I have some more dream-related stories that I'm down to share if you're interested. Y'all's podcast is dope, and I think it's funny that whenever Robin makes a joke about her weight, Adam's just like, no, you're not fat. But when he jokes about his weight, Robin just laughs, LOL. I'm dying inside. But I am on the episode from 2018, so maybe no one's fat anymore. Also, I'm sorry if this was kind of rambly. That's I type how I talk. Shruggy emoji. Anyways, love y'all. Bye, Rain.
We also type how we talk. And no, we're heavier now.
I think you're actually lighter. I've gone through all of our videos, and you've definitely lost weight since we started doing these live. I am definitely heavier, which is unfortunate, because I did go through a period in 2018 where I lost like a good chunk of weight, and it just slowly has gotten back on my frame one way or the other. The Rona definitely didn't help, but yeah, that sucks. But thank you so much for sending that in. We definitely want to hear the additional stories that you have. Congrats on moving to New Zealand. You're a Kiwi now, I believe. So hopefully that's fun. And send us more stories.
Yeah, please.
All right, let's look over into Stream Chat and chit chat with you folks for the first time this week. I'm going to go ahead and give some shout outs to some stuff that's happened. So Chunkster91 followed us when we were off the air, along with Emily E3303, Jesse Kaley. Kalea. Hope I said that right. Kalea. I'm dumb. Glitch has resubscribed using his own money for the 16th month.
Thank you.
The message is, woo, 16. Congratulations on 1.2, guys. Y'all are amazing and deserve it. If you haven't listened to the most recent episode, we did announce that we crossed the 1 million download threshold, and that I have also been calculating those incorrectly, and we're really more at like 1.2 million. So pretty big milestone for us that we actually passed a while back.
Also, I want to thank Glitch for my shirt, right? You said Glitch got me this shirt? Yeah. So he got me this let me turn this. I Heart Buffy shirt for my birthday, because my birthday's on Halloween, so I love it. Thank you.
I think she's worn it like 3 times since she's got it. I've seen it on her body multiple times. The Snarked has resubscribed using Twitch Prime, or Prime Gaming, whatever it's called now, for the 22nd month. And Tiny Dancer Nation has resubscribed with their own month for the 2nd month in a row. 2 total. Thank you so much, Tiny Dancer Nation. All right, let's look over into the stream chat and see what's popping off for you wonderful folks out there. Scrolling up. Cool. You don't have anything, do you?
No. Sorry. Yeah. I get to the point where there's a letter F. That's where I'm at.
Gotcha. So, Glitch, Laura Ann, IMB Trainer, Ashley Faison were the first 4 over there in Twitch. What's up?
No. So I just want to let you guys know, too, tonight, what we're drinking, I have a bottle of soju that I just picked up at the Korean market. I've never seen, like, a fruit-flavored soju before. So I picked up strawberry because I love strawberry-flavored everything, strawberry milk, strawberry slushy, strawberry fucking everything. Okay, I love strawberry. So we're gonna have that to drink tonight. So if you folks have any drink redemptions, that's what we're gonna be drinking. I also have coffee and Pocari Sweat to like wash it down if I can't handle.
I have a Bud Light to wash mine down. Let me go ahead and correct that. Oh no, someone got rid of my bottle cap collection. How will I pay for things in the wasteland?
You were collecting those?
Avi. All right. Blanca Bello was the first person on YouTube, and they said, hi. Laura Ann 588 ASB Bunny is also here. Kayla Ray Reeds, Vivian, lots of folks popping in for the show, which is wonderful to see. I will point out that Laura Ann says, got me some Baileys for tonight's stream. Fun times. I like the team names that you guys were using during the battles. Someone used hashtag Zabumafu is a lie, and they were getting a lot of kills, so that was fun. The Snark says, I thought I ran into Robin today. I almost called out her name. I didn't, and the real Robin told me it couldn't have been her. That's hilarious. Scrolling.
Also, we're going to be drinking out of this Clown Motel shot glass that Beast Nerd, our friend Ralph, got for us when he actually went this year, which is super cute.
Indeed. Ginseng Joe says, saddest moment to have 8% battery. LOL. Crying face. Is that my phone? Yeah, I'm going to move that out of the way. All
right.
So I don't get any soju on it. All right. And Beatrice says, dudes, I can't resubscribe. I don't know what's going on there.
I don't know what's going on there either. Oh, man, I don't have a paper towel.
What'd you spill?
Soju.
Use your sleeve.
I'm not using my sleeve.
Well, I can't help you, okay? You're going to have to solve your own mess. So, actually, there's a paper towel in here. I used it as a napkin for my tacos earlier. There you go. All better. All right. I have hit F from Ginseng Joe.
All right. Yeah.
So you are caught up. You can go ahead and read your Twitch stuff.
The Snark says, happy birthday month, Robin. Thank you very much. The Soviet Mig says, my sub ran out. Hopefully, subs are working. We've gotten a couple so far. So hopefully it's not broken. And if you folks want to sub, please do. It helps us out a lot.
Anna F over there in YouTube says, good vibes. Actually, I think it was an emoji, but this thing just reads with the colons on both sides of it. So.
Oh, gotcha. Luna Bin says, hey friends. Hello, Luna.
What up,
welcome.
Luna? Kayla Ray reads in YouTube says, freaking bats, bro. I like that excitement. Yeah, it's our wonderful transition that we're able to acquire between scenes. I'm just going to toss it out there for you one more time because I love it.
Wow. All right.
And there they are again.
So the Snarked and Glitch have redeemed drinks. So let's take one and then we'll take another one.
Oh, no. I actually don't even know what this tastes like.
Tastes pretty good. I took a sip downstairs.
Oh,
right?
Yeah. That doesn't even need a chaser. I mean, maybe, but I'm doing okay with it. All right. Let me keep reading this chat. Vivian says, I'm so tired. Like you know that kind of tired where you know that you have to stay awake, but you're kind of fading in and out, losing consciousness halfway. I get that sometimes and I wind up just going to sleep. Brianna says, I can't believe I've been listening to them since July 2018. Oh, how time flies. Sad face. I know, man. It's crazy. Brian says, I'm cheating on Twitch as being super laggy. This is the notorious I'm What's for Dinner. Welcome over to YouTube. Appreciate you. John over there says, my data out here in the water is so bad, but I'm just imagining the sound and video are lined up, which means I'm squinting my eyes. That's funny. I hope the sound and the video are actually lined up. Let me go ahead and check. We have to run a 300 millisecond delay, which is 0.3 seconds because of everything combined. Video runs slightly faster than audio. And sometimes that does reset. And if that does reset, then we might be out of sync. So I will check that. Robin will check out her stuff over there.
All right. Ashley Faison said, concerning the story that we just read, shit like this is why no matter how sick I am, I will never, ever take NyQuil. I will take Dayquil. I will never take NyQuil because I like waking up. Sometimes it's because I have work the next day and I'm just like, no, I can't risk not waking up because of it. I don't know how strong it is. I just don't take NyQuil.
It's not crazy strong, but it is effective. I remember being a kid, I used to take NyQuil if I had like a bad cold and was uncomfortable and I really wanted to sleep, but I would always like not go into school the next day because I'd wake up and be like, no, like so groggy.
Like hungover or something?
No, it's like you have a cold, the symptoms have all come back and like you're like, the thing that reduces your symptoms has kind of faded away, but the grogginess that made you drowsy in the first place is still there. Ugh. I can't believe we're going to have to do 6 of these. Yuck. All right. Let me get redemptions up there again.
Oh my god. Ginseng Joe says, really hope Adam talks about the topic I'm thinking about. Would be so cool if he features my city in the next episode since it has quite the UFO case. I wonder what it is.
The next one, which is the ultimate episode for UFOs, is going to be something that took place in, I believe, South Africa. So, look forward to that. I might audible to a different one because I am in contact with a director who has made a documentary about this particular incident since it was so famous. I don't know if they're going to be able to come on the show, and I'm kind of hoping to save it for when they can so we can talk to them about it. But it will most likely be that episode, or it will most likely be that topic. So,
Dog, followed by numerous numbers, says, you guys are cool.
Was it Dog 917-245-7953?
Yeah. I hope that's not a phone number.
I know. That's what I said last week, too, when they followed. I was like, hope that's not a phone number.
Let's see.
Vivian said, y'all are still beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
And we love you all the same.
Laura Ann says, I've been wanting to try the flavored soju. Yeah, they had like so many different flavors. They had like a lime and peach and strawberry, and there was just such a huge menagerie. It was really hard to choose, but strawberry, if it says strawberry on it, I'll probably end up getting it of all the alcohols, you know what I mean? Like, I just ordered some strawberry nigori, like a whole bunch of strawberry sake, pretty much. So we'll have different, I don't know, alcohols, liquors, stuff to drink on the different live streams.
That'll be fun.
That'll be cool.
My dad's also trying to pawn off a bunch of his booze on me now that he's moving, so. Hopefully he gets. He hasn't actually heard back from this apartment that he applied for, and he's called them like repeatedly, and they just have like a voice message service. They don't actually answer the phone, so he's getting super nervous now. So Weird. He has 11 days to find a place. So getting a little bit down to the wire. Brian over there on YouTube says, "Dirty joke of the week. What is it called when a man gets turned on by Oreos?" Cookies and cream.
Oh, I was gonna be like Oreos.
That's pretty good. I like that one.
ASB Bunny says, "I've woken up so exhausted, so apologize for not being as chatty as I usually am. Love y'all. Thank you."
No worries. Totally understand.
Laura Ann says, "Oh shit, Robin's gonna be drunk. That shit is strong." This one says it's only 12%. Is that a lot?
No,
it's not that much. It's like
most
a
hard alcohols
IPA.
are 40%. Yeah, it's like we're taking shots of like wine. John in there on YouTube says, "By the way, I'm Tiny Dancer Nation on Twitch." Right on. It's nice to see some of you migrating over. Twitch was giving me a little bit of problems today when I was watching, folks. I had to wind up like shutting down my browser entirely and booting it back up because just like closing a tab and opening a new one did not work. Brian says, "Love the skull mug. I just got one too, but it doesn't look that cool." That
one's from Disneyland. Actually, it's
I think
a poison
that's the
apple.
Sleeping Beauty poison apple. Yeah.
Actually, one of our spooky friends, we hung out with them at Disneyland. And
which ones?
Brian, do you remember? They were
Brian and Sarah.
Yeah, they were boyfriend, girlfriend, or I think they were. I don't know. I don't think they're together anymore. No. I'm not sure. No.
There's been a lot of folks who've hung out with the Disney.
Not Sarah. Brian. Oh my gosh, I follow his Instagram. He does like DDR and stuff like that. I don't know if you. Okay. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
Is he the one who streams?
Yeah.
Okay, then yeah, I think I know who you're talking about. I didn't know he does DDR though.
Yeah, so
he's the one who bought us the thing at the end of the night.
He bought us a whole bunch of stuff, and I'm pretty sure he bought us that mug too.
Was it?
Yeah.
It's a very nice fellow.
Yeah. All right. So,
Vivian says, "I've also had the song Good Vibrations by the Beach Boys stuck in my head all fucking day." Well, now I'm going to have it stuck in my head all show, so thanks for that, Vivian.
The Snark says, "Dinner tonight is adobada tacos." Never had that before.
We had regular tacos, and Robin had
regular.
fish tacos.
It's Taco Tuesday.
It is Taco
Tuesday. I did
Tuesday.
have fish tacos. I got some like grilled mackerel from the Korean market and then put it in my tacos. It was pretty freaking good.
Anna over there in YouTube says, "By the way, I am Awesome X." Right on. It's nice to know that you folks all have dual identities.
Yeah.
You have to decide though which one is your Bruce Wayne and which one is your Batman.
Oh my god.
I am a caught
I'm
up.
Beef Trainer says, "I have to drink tea with honey and lemon. I am beyond sick. Hopefully you feel better. That's absolutely awful." Soviet Mig says, "I can resub on Monday when I get paid."
Nice.
Actually,
Faison over there in your chat actually says, "The plain soju I have is 19.3%. Flavored ones are less for whatever reason." That makes sense.
ASB Bunny says, "Peach soju, just put it in the freezer and it turns into a slushie. It's so good." Ooh, I gotta try that.
Vivian says, "Hee hee, suffer with me, Adam." Yep, it's in my brain now, so it's your fault.
La 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 la
la la la la la la la.
Sorry, I'm scrolling. Yeah, actually, Faison says plain soju is like 19.3%. Oh, you already read that, right?
Yep.
Oh,
so
okay,
Robin
cool.
does this thing, especially during topic episodes, where we can kind of take our time, like if we need to pause for sentences, and I can mark spots to edit, where she'll have her vocal pause, which is typically marked with an and I know just by looking at the audio signature what her ums look like. So if I forget to mark one, I can usually just kind of spot one in the sample. And last night, she wound up doing this thing almost the entire episode where she go, and she kept popping right before she talked.
Oh, shit.
And it was such a pain in the ass to edit. I just have to just share that with y'all, because I have to do these things at like 3 or 3:30 in the morning when I'm just dying. All right, what else is on there? Looks like M. Meadows redeemed another drink, which Robin has already poured. Let me go over there and check and see if we have anything left over. Brian says, "Sings, this is the song that never ends." Oh my god, we used to sing that on the bus. We never really got annoyed with it. We just knew it drove our bus driver crazy, so we would constantly sing it.
Yeah, shit all up on my hands. Okay.
Like soju?
Yeah.
Pour more carefully, dog.
Boop.
So, Robin's got the next story. I don't know if she wants to start it. What I will say is tonight, I am totally going to try out this new mode in Call of Duty Modern Warfare, where it's the Battle Royale mode, which we all know and love, except there's zombies. And if you die, you come back as a zombie, and you can be ripped to shreds. And it looks pretty fun, so I'm excited to do that.
Nice. I want to play it too.
Cool. All right, I'm going to mark this so you can move on into your next one unless you have more chat to read.
No, that's cool. We can continue chat at a future time.
Okay. Boop. Whenever you're ready.
All right. So the next email that I'm going to read here, let me see if there's a from Norma. We'll say she's from Norma. Okay. Before I start, wow, I love and can't get enough of your podcast.
Very nice of you.
Thank you. That's very, very, very nice of you. I came across your podcast on
Shout out to Spot.
Are you going to mark it? Did you already mark it?
I mean, I have to mark it now. I mean, I recovered it with my hilarious quip, but now there's editing required.
I came across your podcast on Spotify while at work, and now I can't stop hearing it. I even got the whole store listening to you guys while I'm at work.
That's some good stuff. We appreciate that.
Yeah.
Shout out to all your coworkers and you.
This event happened around 2010 or 2011. My family and I had gone to Mexico. A few weeks into us arriving, my grandma sadly overdosed. That is super duper.
Super sad.
Super sad. After a few days in the hospital, we were told she was going to be released. Oh, but she's
overdosed, but did not pass away.
The whole day, everyone was on edge. My aunt and uncle went to the hospital to pick her up. A few hours passed. It must have been around 7. I was in the living room with my great grandma. Dang. We were sitting on the couch. I had my head in her lap. Oh, that's so cute. I heard a noise coming from the doorway. I sat up. Before I could turn to the doorway, the cabinet knob caught my attention. I saw my grandma in her baggy blue pants and red shirt, and she waved hi. No.
Yeah, I'm getting a bad vibe.
I already know where this is going.
Bad vibrations.
I got up with excitement looking at her, but couldn't see her. What? Looking for her, but couldn't see her. No, I'm just dumb.
Take that again from the top.
I got up with excitement looking for her, but couldn't see her. I returned to the living room. By that time, my great-grandma was getting ready to shower. She wanted to be nice. 30 minutes later, my... This is what happens when you take 3 drinks of this.
You mean 3 drinks?
That's what I said.
You said 2.
3.
I got it recorded. Marking it. Ba-da-da-da-da.
Well, hope you're fucking greatly disappointed. 30 minutes later, both my aunt and uncle came in through the door asking where my great-grandma was. I told them she was in the shower. They took my siblings, my mom, and her siblings into our room and told us that my grandma had passed away earlier that day.
Aww.
That is, again, sad. So it still turned out pretty...
Right. Shitty. Got it.
Shitty, yeah. I don't know if my grandma came by to say hi or fudge.
Holy shit, dog.
Oh, God. I don't know if my grandma came by to say her last goodbye or if I imagined her. I shared what I saw with my family, but they told me not to tell my great-grandma so as to not upset her. I doubt you'll have time to read this, and you guys are highly popular in 3 Spotify podcasts. What? I don't mind if you guys share this. I just had to get this off my chest. We're sharing it. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you so much for sending it.
Dang, we're popular in 3 Spotify podcast categories or something.
Oh, categories?
I don't know if it's categories, but it says popular in 3 Spotify podcasts. I don't know. Interesting. But thank you for sending that in. That's, I think, happens a lot where relatives pass away and something strange happens, but it's like they came to visit you, you know? Or to see you one last time in a creepy way. In
a creepy way?
No. It's just like, because ghosts can be scary.
They come to see you and it's something that's like supernatural or paranormal, so it's kind of frightening.
So my grandma, as a lot of you already know, passed away earlier this year. And I'm going to share what happened to my cousin because it was just something that was so interesting. He had gone on a run in the morning and had left his keys at home. The door was locked. I don't know how he locked the door or whatnot, but he left his keys, locked the front door, or went through the garage. I don't even remember. Fuck. But, so, went on a run. The door was locked when he left. Didn't have his keys on him. Came back. Couldn't get in because he didn't have his keys. So he called my sister to come unlock the door. And he waited, for someone to unlock the door. He heard the door unlock. And then, once he heard the door unlock, turned the door handle
inside.
and
Yeah,
went inside.
Got it.
And as soon as he walked inside, my sister had run down the stairs. I was at the foot of the stairs. And he goes, "Did you unlock the door?" And she's like, I just got here. No. And so what he thought was like my grandma had unlocked the door for him. And we went to dinner that night, and it was with my aunt and uncle and our grandpa. We got back to the house afterwards and told my grandpa what happened. And my grandpa just goes like, "You're silly." Like, no, that's dumb. We're just like, what?
Wait, did he have an explanation, or did he just tell me he was dumb?
He was just like, "Y'all leave the door open all the freaking time."
Oh, okay. I thought he was going to be like, "I unlocked the door."
But yeah, no, it wasn't my grandpa or anything. It was just so funny that my grandpa's just like, "It wasn't your grandma, okay?"
That's funny. It's like, you obviously left it unlocked. I don't know. Who knows? That's a really good story.
I think it would be really sweet if it were.
Yeah, I totally agree. So, good stuff. Thank
Yeah.
you for that personal story to wrap up. Or at least wrap up that part of the show. Cool, fun. Okay, let's look over in Stream Chat and see what you wonderful folks had to say, which is about Robin being drunk. A lot of it. Because usually we don't get 29 marks in the first 2 emails, but that is what we are at now. I'm going to scroll up. I will say, I have not taken anything like a shot in a while, and I can just feel it in my face. And if it were not for the makeup that I have on, I mean, you can kind of see it peeking out through the makeup a little bit, like right here. My face would be just lit up red right now. Because, yeah, my body doesn't do shots. I mean, I can do shots just fine. Thanks for that. I can do shots just fine. It's just, good vibrations.
Pour another one just in case.
We only have 3 redemptions, so I guess if you want to get it ready, that's fine.
That's what I'm saying. I'm just getting it ready. I Am Beef Trainer says, "Has anyone tried putting straws in nostrils to breathe when seriously congested? I'm just curious if it worked and how uncomfortable it was. When I've been congested in the past, I've just used a neti pot. Because neti pots are great. They're gross when it's coming out, but it
feels so satisfying.
Afterwards, it feels real nice."
Vivian says, "Uh-oh, Robin's drunk," and Brian said, "That was my thought." That's hilarious. Vivian says, "I'm going to snatch your thoughts." Brian says, "Since I'm quarantined again, I'm going to type up and send in another story." Please do. We absolutely appreciate all the stories that we get, especially because we're running at about a month backlog right now. Maybe just a little tiny bit over a month, so we don't want to catch up. Catching up will be bad. If we stay around... Oh my god, dude.
What? The lid won't go on.
You're just a mess tonight. Yeah, we want to stay around a month backlog. I think that's kind of perfect. If we wind up getting overwhelmed with a bunch of emails, we'll switch back to 6. That's just how it's going to go. But anyways, I am caught up on my YouTube chitter chatter. So what we're going to do before we move on into Robin's Twitch chatter, I should say, is we're going to run that wonderful commercial ad as soon as I can find my mouse. But this mouse times out really easily, so it's kind of hard to find. There we go. Okay, there will not be an ad break for those of you watching live on YouTube, but for those of you watching the pre-recorded episode on YouTube, there will be an ad because we can do that now. So, ad! And some of you didn't get it. It's fine. Just going to hang out with us for 60 seconds. You can totally see like the redness on my cheek. It's kind of adorable.
Look at your ear.
Oh, yeah, my ear's totally red.
Nope.
You usually flush out pretty quickly, though. So
yeah, no.
It's weird that I'm Asian flushed tonight.
You know why? It's because it's Asian booze, bud.
That didn't work the last time we drank sake. You were just like,
oh yeah,
bright red. You were like a stoplight. All right, Glitch says no ad. ASP Bunny says it's ahead time already.
I got an ad. Woo.
We're 2 out of 4. So Vivian says
for PS5. What the French?
One of the assistant teachers tested positive for COVID-19 because he went to dinner with someone who later that week tested positive. That sucks. Actually, Faison says, I feel like I should be like, thank you, no ad, but at least 2 or 3 times it was just delayed. Yeah, it looks like a few folks wound up not getting an ad, and some of you did. The Snark says, no Asian flush yet. Robin is the chosen one. That's hilarious. I'm reading your chat because you're just watching the Star Trek Discovery commercial.
Yeah.
She's just out of it.
Glitch also redeemed a drink, so you got a drink.
All right. Trying to figure out how to say the name. I know I've seen you in the chat before.
Is it Lena D? Texas?
Lena D, that could be. Says, will you be watching Candyman? Isn't it the newest? Isn't it produced by what's his face from Key and Peele? Jordan Peele. I know it's supposed to be like a sequel where he's like the son of Candyman, so I definitely want to see it. It's Daniel backwards. You tricky son of a bitch. I'm going to call you Daniel.
Oh, gosh.
I'm going to call you Daniel. Thank you so much. But yeah, I totally want to see it. Candyman kind of fucked me up a little bit when I was a kid. So
I just watched it for the first time a few months ago.
For like 2 weeks, I would go in the bathroom and just open the mirror, like the medicine cabinet, so you could see all the medicine cabinet stuff, so I wouldn't have to look in the mirror. And I remember one time I left the bathroom and forgot to close it, and my mom was like, "Who keeps going into the medicine cabinet? Like, what are you looking for?" And I was like, "Nothing." It's like I didn't want to admit, like, I'm terrified of the fucking boogeyman that lives in the mirror, okay? Vivian says he should be coming back next week, though. That's good to know. So, cool. Good stuff. Oh no, Vivian also said, it's a bummer because the assistant teacher's name was Eddie Rooney, and I've been trying to restrain from making a Ferris Bueller joke. Oh, I'm sure he's heard it. I'm sure he's heard it his whole life. So, true story. I actually talked in the most recent episode about how I was learning U.S. history in my junior year. My U.S. history teacher's name was Mr. Tinkle. His name was Tony Tinkle.
No fucking way.
No joke. And not a single person that I knew from the time I was a freshman to the time I was a senior ever made fun of his name. Because we were all just like, there's no point. Like, I'm sure he got so much shit in high school and growing up that we're just going to be cool about it. And turns out he was fucking awesome. So I'm happy we never did.
I can see a band of red across your face.
Cool.
It's like here, right?
Yep.
All the way across your nose and over to the side. Like,
don't rub my makeup on.
I don't know if it's just because you don't put it on your eyes, right?
I just put it on my cheeks. Then I like sort of get rid of the shinies on my forehead.
Yeah, because I can see where you don't put the makeup. It's just whoosh right
Thanks
there.
For that.
And
I'm glad we had to interrupt stream chat to make fun of me.
Oh, it's just so red.
Brian says, does it have anything to do with the serial killer clown, the serial killer known as the Candyman? Not really. It's more like a Bloody Mary spin, but it like Robin covered the true story where it came from, where in the projects in South Chicago,
people were climbing through people's mirrors.
Mirrors, yeah, and someone wound up being killed because of it. So that's where it sort of originated from. Brian says it's Adam's drunk war paint. I like that. Vivian says, I could handle the name Tinkle, but not Tony Tinkle. That's too much. He was a super cool dude. I really liked him.
Let's see. Just scrolling. Laura Ann says, damn, I need me some soju. Yeah, you do. It's good. And it's cheap. It's like it's $4 a bottle, maybe like $5, but I think that's so stinking cheap. And it's really good tasting. At least this one's really good tasting.
It's all right. I mean, it's like really heavily strawberry artificial flavoring covering up like light vodka, if that was a thing.
Sorry, I'm scrolling through. The Snark says, no Asian flush yet. Robin is the chosen one. I don't know why.
I read that like 10 minutes ago.
Oh, I didn't even read it. But, so, I think my dad does get really red when he drinks. Because growing up, my parents used to have parties and they would drink beer and stuff like that. But my dad's chest would get really, really, really red. I remember his friends would get really, really, really red. But
I mean, you're literally ingesting poison, so.
But I don't know why. I don't necessarily get as red as my parents do, you know? Maybe it is the type of booze that to get red on. I don't even. Maybe if I drank just straight up vodka, I'd get red.
I mean, we're gonna test this out. So
okay.
There's an argument going on. I mean, why not? There's an argument going on in chat right now about which fast food joint that serves Mexican food is better, and it's hilarious to watch. Someone said that Taco Bell got rid of a lot of stuff they liked this year. That was actually Faison. Same. They got rid of just about everything I like off their menu. And they got rid of the Mexican pizza, which is one of Robin's last things that she liked left on that menu.
I think either Jack in the Box or Del Taco, they had like this nacho taco where it was like a regular taco, but they had nacho cheese and jalapenos in it and stuff like that. Oh my gosh. So
pretty sure that was Jack in the Box.
Yeah, I love that taco. It's not even an authentic taco. It's freaking disgusting, but I love cheese and I love jalapenos.
Daniel says, what episode does Robin discuss Candyman? That is an excellent question. I don't remember the name of the topic because it wasn't explicitly like the true story behind Candyman. You pick the names of your topics, so.
It wasn't just Candyman?
No.
Oh.
Not at all.
Interesting. A lot of people are saying Taco Bell is the best. I'm Beef Trainer says Chipotle is better than Taco Bell. Chipotle is so good. Chipotle's good. Cafe Rio is like under Chipotle, I think. But their house dressing at Cafe Rio is so stinking good. Their creamy cilantro dressing, bomb, love it.
I think it's the murder of Ruthie McCoy. That sounds about right. Let me check the blurb.
Blurb.
Yep, that's the one. Episode 118. Robin's topic on that one will be the true story behind the Candyman, like, inspiration. So, cool.
TD Funk says Chipotle isn't open at 2 a.m.
That is
very good point, because sometimes it's like midnight and we're like, you want to get Taco Bell, and you just got to get it. You got to get it.
The nice thing about living in Vegas is growing up where I grew up, like after 10 p.m., the only two things that were open were White Castle and Arby's. And I think Arby's took a bunch of stuff off their menu after like midnight, so that sucked. But yeah, like living out in Vegas, it's like every fast food place is 24 hours just about. I think there's only a few of them that close down. If they do, it's like 3 a.m. So
the only reason why I go to Arby's is for their turnovers, and they never have the apple turnover. They only have cherry left, and fuck cherry.
If you like the beef and cheddar, or the chicken cordon bleu, or the chicken bacon Swiss, Arby's is fucking awesome, because those three sandwiches are like their staples. But if you're only going there for like desserts, yeah, you're probably going to be disappointed. They also have really good curly fries. All right. So Brian says, I hear the Candyman killed people by taking the sunrise, sprinkling it with dew, and then covering it with chocolate and a miracle or two. And then he stabs you. It's a song.
What?
The Candyman can.
Oh my God.
Vivian says, yeah, and that's the one where you covered the lighthouse that you couldn't pronounce, so you kept changing how you say it. I don't remember that. I mean, I do, but I'm just going to go ahead and say
there's a lot of topics where that happens.
You know what's funny? I'm just going to go ahead and announce this on the show. It's not really an announcement, but I just want to make a confession to the world. So I think one of the more common memes I see when it comes to fast food places is about McDonald's and how their ice cream machine never works.
It always works for me.
I am 35 years old. I have never once gone to a McDonald's, and I've lived in some shitty areas. I've never once gone to a McDonald's and them not had the ice cream machine working.
I can't say the same.
Worked.
I cannot say the same. Out here in Vegas, the one we always go to, it's usually always working. The one in Hawaii that I used to go to a whole bunch, always fucking broken.
I will say this though, I very rarely get dessert, so anytime I've ever asked, it's worked. Plus I usually only ask for the McFlurry, so I imagine that comes from the ice cream machine. So I guess I'm just a lucky guy. The Seguin Island Lighthouse.
Actually, Faison says Arby's actually had an apple turnover last time I went. You lucky fuck. I'm just like, you
are the chosen one.
Let's see. The Snark says Robin has mutated or evolved. Let's see. More talk about food. I freaking love food. The Snark says just go to your local Hispanic grocery store, buy some marinated meat, and cook it yourself. Nice.
That's what we always do.
We do that a whole bunch, especially like 4th of July and stuff like that. We do that.
The Candyman can.
ASB Bunny says, I wish you benefited from views here as I'm currently streaming on 3 different devices. That's so freaking funny. Oh, Jensen Joe says Qdoba.
Qdoba's really good too.
Adam loves Qdoba. When I first met him, he was like, Qdoba, bomb.
I like Qdoba better than the other ones because they were the first ones to have queso. Like, they didn't have like specific queso at Chipotle yet, and I really like the queso at Qdoba. There's just so few in Vegas, and it's such a far drive to get them that at this point I'm like, Chipotle works. And now Chipotle has queso, so it doesn't really matter. Here's the thing. If you watch over there on YouTube and it's working properly, we can put ads during the live streams. We could have like ads popping up all over the screen if we want to. The only ads I have enabled should be appearing just above the chat, which does benefit us, in fact. So if you do have YouTube up, that might actually help. I'm not sure if anyone's seeing like those ads pop up above chat over there on YouTube. You're really topping us off.
I know, it's because it's almost empty. Look.
Cool. All right. Brian says, sounds like I got good vibrations out of Adam's mind. You did indeed. Just had to mention it to get it back in his head. Yeah, I don't know which one's going to live there. I woke up the other day and I had like some weird Disney song stuck in my head, and it just sort of floated away after singing it for like 6. I hate you so much. It wasn't Let It Go. After like 6 hours of singing it, it just sort of left my brain. All right. I am caught up on YouTube. I don't know if you're caught up on Twitch, but we can move into the next story.
Move into the next story because it's just talking about fast food, and I freaking love food, and we could just talk about food all night.
Do you want me to go, or do you want to
go? Because I just read, so you can go.
Okay, I'll mark it, and then we'll do the next story. So I'm going to move on to my next and my last, but the third email of the show. And this one's subject is true crime, round 2. Of course, you can read on the pod. Exciting. Hello, you lovely folks. Hello. Robin's drinking, but she says,
I'm drinking
hello.
coffee. Hello.
I kind of nailed that. It's Katie. Tired of hearing from me yet? Nope, never. I heard you guys reading my story again, Fangirl Part 2. I adore your side tangents and always making me laugh. I'm so desensitized to my experiences at this point, it makes me giggle when people react to it. To clarify in comments from the last story, I didn't press charges because his dad had some pull when it came to legal things. I guess he had done some things in the past not nearly as bad, and he never had charges that stuck, and I had a father who was estranged from the law. Good to know. I think this is the one that had to do with the cabin. And like the knife to the throat.
That's what I'm thinking.
The follow-up.
Yeah.
I'm not 100% certain about that, but I'm pretty sure. His dad handled people who did illegal things, and my dad was the one who did those illegal things. I had grown up with a horrid father, and this wasn't my first near-death experience at the hands of a shit man. I'm going to go ahead and put a trigger warning on this story of domestic violence and guns. Here's one of my other stories. I'm so sorry for the length. Don't feel sorry. So everyone has their
People
first...
never say sorry about the length. But
Wow. I thought you were totally talking about emails until I realized you were talking about dicks. So everyone has their first memory. Some people have one where they went to Disneyland for the first time or going to a fair, etc. I unfortunately did not have such a pleasant one. I was 4 years old and I remember it like it happened yesterday. My father is an ex-Navy SEAL with some mental issues. Those mental issues, however, were not from the Navy. He was fucked up before that. He refused to medicate, so instead self-medicated, and well, you can just add that up. It's a Tuesday night, and my brother and I were watching TV. I was playing at my little plastic kitchen and preparing for a tea party with my mom. Well, the tea was going to get cold, so I had to go get her. Tardiness was just unacceptable.
It's freaking adorable.
Right? I knocked on their door, and they're shouting, but that's not unusual. But she didn't answer the door. I felt like there was something wrong, and I opened it. The scene I walked in on was something I won't forget. I walked in and saw my mom getting held by her throat in the air, not against the wall, just in the middle of the room. My father's holding her with one hand off the ground and has a gun in the other hand.
What the French toast,
Right?
dude.
My mom's sobbing and tells me to go play with my brother, and that's when my dad realized I was watching. He dropped her on the ground and strolls over to me, gun still in hand. He holds my arms with the gun against me and tells me that I need to leave so he can talk to my mom. The man that looked me in the eyes, that dad, was no longer my father. Eyes blown from whatever he was on, clearly having a really bad episode. That's so awful, dude.
Yeah.
I just nodded and turned around. My mom makes a run for the door, and my dad grabs her by the neck and walks her into the living room in his... Oh, I'm sorry. I'll mark that. In his stomping, he stepped directly onto my tea party I had set up and broke a cup.
What?
I, clearly focused on the wrong part of this, was pissed because now how am I supposed to have a tea party with one fucking cup? Way to go. My dad starts screaming, and I'm dialing 911 where my dad can't see. I explained to the best of my 4-year-old vocabulary what's going on, and a car is sent immediately. Things get a little blurry here, but the next thing I remember is the cop kicking in the front door. The gun is now trained at my mother's temple, and my dad starts giggling. I am being dragged out by officers, and my dad pulls the trigger. You hear the distinct click of the bullet about to exit the chamber, but you don't hear the gunshot. I look back and realize that the gun had jammed.
Oh my God.
He was arrested and barely served any time because domestic violence was and still isn't viewed as an issue. By some miracle, the gun that was working fine had jammed, and the police couldn't find why it had jammed. It worked every other time it was tested and shot. This is my very first memory in life, and has shaped the way I view situations and handle them, which is why I am so calm in my previous story. That's one of many stories I have because he was unfortunately in and out of my life, wreaking havoc and abusing everyone in his path for 19 years. My mother's fine physically, but mentally has her struggles. She's a blessing and is the strongest person I know, because Lord knows that man deserves to be dead. On a lighter note, for those worried about things, he recently served more time in prison for more domestic violence and is finally estranged from everyone in my family. My mom is happily married to the most wonderful man, and he actually adopted me. That's so sweet. so I don't have to carry the burden of my sperm donor's last name.
Oh my God.
I truthfully don't know how to end this because it's a pretty good... Okay, sorry. I truthfully don't know how to end this because it's a lot to chew on. All is good here and no more other recent stories for the past year, and that's a pretty good stake if you ask me. Sorry for how dark this story may have been for some of you, but it will hopefully set your mind at ease to know trauma doesn't define how I live life, and I rarely think of it. Thanks again for you all guys. Nope. Thanks again for all you guys do and the community you have built. I adore you both and the energy you create while telling rather dreary and heart-wrenching tales. Make sure to take care of yourselves and take a break whenever needed. Love you both to death. Make sure to creep it real. Katie. Whoa.
That is intense, especially at 4. Like, that's scary. That is, I don't remember anything that happened to me when I was 4.
I mean,
that probably means that I was a spoiled brat. You know what I mean?
My memories are just very vague from that time in general. I think I have memories from like 4 or 5, and it's either like birthday parties or my parents fighting, but it was never, ever anything that intense. Like, that is absolutely terrifying. I think it's an absolute miracle that the gun jammed and your mom, like, had her life saved by the fact that this gun misfired. And it's nice to hear that the postscript of this is that she's married to a wonderful human being, and now your dad maybe not be completely out of your life, but at the very least has been incarcerated for his behavior, because that is 100% absolutely unacceptable. So I'm happy that you're as strong as your mom, and I'm sure she's incredibly proud of you, and thank you so much for sending that in. I thank you for putting a trigger warning on that, because it is super intense. But for those of you who decided to listen to it and made it through, I think it's a really good message for folks who are going through something or have gone through something and are still recovering from it, that there is light at the end of the tunnel. And it's very, very helpful to hear stuff like that, even if it is kind of triggering to hear it at first. The fact that it has the ending that it does is really, I don't know, perfect, I guess is the best way to put it, to know that, you know, things can work out. So thank you one more time, Katie, for sending that. You're awesome. And so is your mom. And so is your dad. And you know who I'm referring to. It's not the sperm donor. So, right on. Let's look over into Stream Chat and see what you folks had to say. I totally blinked makeup into my eyes while reading that. And although my eyes didn't water, it was so hard to keep them open while they just burned.
Imagine how hard it is for everyone who wears lots of makeup, like eyeshadow and eyeliner and all that stuff. Sometimes that's why you'll see me poking my eye a whole bunch trying to get like eyeliner out of my eye. Oh my gosh, it's a nightmare. Scrolling, talking about McDonald's.
Wow.
If McDonald's wants to sponsor us,
that would be nuts. So
I eat way too much McDonald's, but it's good. That stuff is so good. All right, let's see. People talking about this Hispanic grocery store, La Mexicana.
We go to La Herrera.
Heredera?
It might be Heredera, actually. Heredera. Kayla Reed says, I already ate, but dang, I want a second dinner. Too much food talk. That's hilarious.
Let's see.
Daniel says, Taco Bell is good, but Robin, what was your favorite chain from Texas? To which Kayla Ray Reeds responded, Whataburger is the only answer.
Well, there was, let's see, a lot of the time on our way to school, my cousins and we would all stop at Chick-fil-A.
It's not a Texas-only chain.
I know, but that's what we used to do every morning before school. Not every morning, but a lot of the mornings. Oh, man. Whataburger is the one that comes to mind the most, because it's just Texas what you only get there. There's so much barbecue, though. My mom would take us to barbecue a lot because it's Texas freaking barbecue, and not necessarily a Texas-only chain. I'm pretty sure the ones we went to, though, were just mom and pop ones that were right by our house, you know. Fudge. I don't even know. There's so much there.
That works.
Yeah.
Daniel responded to Whataburger by saying, yes. Brian said, what gets stuck in my head is Can I Sit Next to You by Spoon. Spoon has like albums upon albums of amazing songs. They're a wonderful band that you should totally know.
What song is like a big song that I should know?
That's The Way We Get By, The Way We... No? Okay, you're not going to know any of them then. Brian said, never had Whataburger. Is that a West Coast thing? No, that's a Texas thing.
It's a Texas thing. Ginseng Joe says, have y'all had any dreams about zombies? I'm going to write an email about one of the most vivid nightmares, and it's about zombies. I've never had dreams about zombies or nightmares or whatever. Zombies, honestly, I have read so many books and watched so many movies.
All your zombie things are love stories.
Right. Exactly. So to me, zombies don't necessarily mean scary and horror and whatever, which is odd. So...
All right, what else do we got here? Vivian says, wait. So because they were married, the police are just going to ignore the attempted murder. I think in this case, what probably wound up happening is he was an ex-Navy SEAL. And a lot of times people that have a lot of distinguished placement in the military know folks within the police because they have some overlap. And he probably had certain things just looked the other way or ignored entirely.
The thing with domestic violence, though, as well, is you would be surprised by how much domestic violence cases get looked over. And they come and they check it out and there's nothing they can do about it and they just leave. And that's just how it is. And it happens all over the country, all over the world, all the time. And it's sad.
It's shocking he wasn't shot, to be honest with you. Because it just seems like if you're pointing a gun at another human being and you attempted to fire the weapon, most likely the police would discharge their weapons, but apparently that doesn't happen sometimes. And you know what? It's just a little bit crazy to hear. Yesenia says, hello, I'm late, but I'm here. You totally came in at the end of like a super intense email, Yesenia. We're happy you're here. Vivian says, doesn't matter who they are or what their relation to one another is. He pulled the fucking trigger. His intent was to kill another human being. But since they were married, that doesn't matter. I don't think it has anything to do with them being married, to be honest with you. Mara says, hi, what about McDonald's? Did I miss? I can't even remember what the hell we were talking about when it came to McDonald's.
We're talking about a lot of fast food.
We were comparing like Mexican chains, actually. And then I mentioned with McDonald's that I had never been to one and ordered dessert where I was told that the ice cream machine wasn't working. Also, I don't order dessert.
One of my favorite desserts at McDonald's are their cream pies. Fuck. They have like cherry cream pies and blueberry cream ones, and it's seasonal. But whenever they have those, I'm like, holy crap, I need that. And I swear I've only had them like 3 times in my lifetime because every time I go, it's gone, you know? But I want that. Can you guys bring that back, please? Because I need some of that in my life.
Wow.
So good.
Maro on YouTube says, DFW has surprisingly good Asian food. Brian says, we just got a Raising Cane's next to my work, and it makes me so happy, hungry, and a little horny every time I see it. That should be a commercial. That should be their slogan for Raising Cane's.
We lived in the DFW area, and we would drive like 45 minutes to Arlington.
DFW is Dallas-Fort Worth, for anyone who does not know.
And we would drive like 45 minutes to Arlington, and it's just like Chinatown, right? So it's just Asian restaurants everywhere. And I swear, my parents would be like, hey, we're going to eat here. And then we're going to go here and we're going to eat there. And then we're going to go here and then we're going to eat there. It's just like constant eating. And it's good food. I mean,
Vivian says, still, I feel like attempted murder isn't something to turn a blind eye to. It absolutely isn't. I'm not saying that they should have. I'm just saying that I don't think it had to do with the fact that they were married. I think it had more to do with his status within the community and the fact that he was a decorated, you imagine, ex-Navy SEAL. Yesenia says, the strawberry cream pies are so good.
So good. The Snark says you heard it here, folks. Robin loved McDonald's cream pie. Shut up.
My nose is so tickly because I have like multiple hairs like pointing the wrong direction and tickling the inside of my nose.
You know what would help with that?
What?
That little buzzer thing.
Man, I hope we have one. Yeah, I know.
All right.
Shannon says, hey, spooky friends. Should we like give a sneak preview to the people that are watching live right now?
I mean, if you want to, you can.
We got a sponsor, y'all.
Well, we don't necessarily have...
It's a limited time
sponsorship.
So we'll announce the full thing and the discount code and all that fun stuff next week.
Next week, yeah.
Yeah, we got some free stuff waiting for us downstairs right now that I am eager to crack open and see if I have anything that I can use. And yeah, it's going to be a good time. So yeah.
Just a little sneak peeky.
A little sneak peek.
And I'm really glad that a lot of people are so supportive of that email sender for our last story here. Yeah. You guys are absolutely amazing, and the fact that you send so many good vibes and are happy that they're happy, you know, it's awesome. Thank you.
I will also say, okay, I've completely lost my train of thought, so I'll just let us keep moving on. Yesenia says, woo, congratulations. Oh, that's what I was going to say. It was sponsor related. So when it comes to the announcement, it is limited, and we're going to let you guys know the time frame that it's going to run. If we do well enough, it will become permanent, and it will become paid, which is super cool. So, little bit exciting.
Which means this sponsorship is not necessarily paid for.
I mean, we got free stuff, and we can earn things from how much gets sold, so... Yeah, I won't say anything else. I'm just very excited. That's one of our 2 remaining secret announcements. So fun.
In the sun.
Indeed. I've already read, so I'm waiting for you to say that you're caught up or whatever's going to happen.
All right. Oh, and ASB Bunny says her mom might have chosen not to charge the person either. Which...
I didn't want to bring it up because it's really none of my business, but in a lot of domestic violence cases, the reason charges aren't brought is because the person who has been assaulted decides not to bring charges, typically because of fear. And the fact that you don't have a place to escape to yet. So
yeah, so I'm going to get into the next thing here.
Okay, let me finish reading my YouTube because I just got some stuff. Hi, everyone, says Tammy.
Hello.
My daughter just ate McDonald's, but now I wish we went to Taco Bell instead. That's hilarious. Vivian says, oh my God, I'm so happy for y'all. Get that dirty Munty 2020. I said Munty even though it's money. And Shannon says, wow, congratulations on the sponsorship. Thank you so much. Okay, now.
Oh, yeah. Fuck yeah. I finally have enough points.
You redeemed a drink.
Hell yeah. It's our last one.
Why would you? No, it's not. That's 5.
It's our at the bottle.
It's our last shot.
It's our last shot. We have other things to drink, obviously, but this is our last shot of soju because we drank the whole bottle. Woo! Well, I don't have a drink now. I have to go get one.
You said you brought up other stuff.
Yeah, coffee and Pocari Sweat, which are not alcoholic.
Oh, well. I didn't know that. I thought Bacardi Sweat or whatever the hell that. I thought you said Bacardi Sweat.
Pocari Sweat is like Gatorade.
You're like Gatorade. All right, let's take this shot. Cheers.
Man, it's really full.
Yes, it was. All right. I'm ready for the next story. Y'all ready for the next story? Are y'all ready for this? So of like the 450 episodes of the show that are up on YouTube, I think only 2 of them are not able to be monetized. One of them is because it's the COVID video that I did, and you can't monetize COVID on YouTube, which is genius. And the other one is because it was like a serial killer, and I guess some of the details were just a bit too brutal. And we covered like the Charles Manson murders. We covered Jeffrey Dahmer. And I don't remember which one it was. They came back to like...
Andre Chikatilo because he ate people.
Oh, that's what it was. They came back to like, yeah, nah. Limited monetization. This content is not suitable for most of our advertisers. I was like, all right, fair enough. All right, I'm going to mark it.
I mean, Dahmer ate people too, but...
I don't know what it is. I think he just must have been much more vivid.
He's brutal Russian murderer.
Vivid details. So.
All right. I'm going to get into our final email of the night, and it begins, Hello. My name is Ella Rose from Washington State.
What's up, Ella Rose from Washington State? This is Adam from Nevada. How are you? Sorry, I just did my best Delilah impression.
Hey there, Delilah.
No, God. Moving on.
Okay. I just started listening to your podcast at the recommendation of Jessica Braun on YouTube. Guys... Okay.
Shout out to Jessica Braun.
Shout out to you because I cannot believe how many people have messaged us or commented or emailed us and were like, hey, I'm one of those people. And the nicest thing about that to me is that she has a wonderful community built up around her. And I'm always nervous that we might overlap with another content creator and their community is toxic.
Yeah, their community might bump up against ours in some ways that aren't like great, but there's been just so many wonderful people that have come over and have just fit right in with the wonderful spooky friends. So.
Yes. You guys rock. Okay. I am loving it. Thank you for bringing such great content and making my data entry work day cruise by.
We were just talking about McDonald's. When you said that, all I heard was da 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 da. She's loving it.
I'm loving it. Feel free. No, please don't copy strike us.
It's not that long. You don't have to always say stuff to say don't copyright strike us.
Feel free to share my 2 stories. I apologize if you've ever gotten any story times like this before, but I couldn't wait to share because I think this will be right up your alley. I have a recurring phenomenon happen to me at night since around 2nd grade. They're called hypnagogic. I wonder if it's supposed to be hypnagogic or hypnologic.
I think the G is supposed to be there.
Yeah? Hypnagogic?
Do you want me to look it up since you're just going to keep saying it a million different ways?
Yeah.
She does this for topic episodes too. She'll go over a name and she'll be like in perfect flow and then she'll say it and then she'll stop and it'll be dead silence for 6 seconds. And then she'll say the name a different way and then the first way and then a third way and then she'll say it 1 3 2 3 2 1 2 1 3. And I'm like, just pick one. All right, hypnagogic, right? That's what you're trying to find out. You want to vamp while I do this?
Sorry, I'm just thinking of the Daft Punk song now.
Is it called hypnagogic hallucinations?
No, it's like hypnologic.
I mean, it's definitely a word. I'm looking for the pronunciation right now.
ASB Bunny says hypnagogic.
There you go. Take that.
All right. They're called hypnagogic hallucinations. Mine are always visual, but sometimes also physical and audible. Sometimes they're harmless, and other times they're scary.
Do you know what it's called when you smell hallucinations? Olfactory hallucinations. I know because my brother has had those before. There you go. The more you know.
I'm sure. And now all I can think about is Timothy Oliphant. Timothy olfactory.
Oh my God.
All right.
Hey, this word kind of sounds like that word.
No, my brain, okay, I don't know. The first one I ever had was in 3rd grade, thinking there was a squirrel in my closet. Relatively harmless in hindsight, but then it was scary because I had no idea what was happening, and I just woke up knowing there was a squirrel in my closet, and the shadows from my window allowed my imagination to continue thinking it was there until I went and got my sleepy and cranky older brother to confirm that it wasn't. I've scared 2 people waking from these nighttime hallucinations. A long time ago, I woke my mom up saying that there is metal in the bed, and we both got up and turned on the lights to a perfectly plush, non-metal duvet. Another time, this past summer, I went camping with friends in Idaho, and I slept in a tent with a gal pal of mine and woke her up panicking because I thought there were thousands of tiny red spiders everywhere in our tent.
That's terrifying.
That is terrifying. No. Spiders are a big nope, one. And in the middle of the night in a tent where insects can get in there.
Right. It's not like it's beyond the realm of possibility that was actually happening, so I'd be panicked too.
As soon as I turned on my phone flashlight to our peaceful, bug-free tent by the river, I immediately said, "Oh, damn it, not again," in a much too calm voice. That next morning, I found out she has a crippling fear of spiders.
Oh, no.
And I literally gave her heart palpitations that night. I apologized profusely. She said it was fine because she stayed up so late she fell back asleep pretty quick. The worst ones are when I wake up thinking there's a huge spider hanging above me or a ton of bugs in bed with me. These have happened once a month for the past year. Fuck that.
Right? That's the best way to describe that situation.
I hate bugs. the fear of something crawling into my ear freaks
Someone
me
talked
out.
about it the other day and she woke up from a nightmare of a bug crawling into her
Oh.
ear, which happens frequently for her.
I just, big nope on bugs. The scariest one was around a year ago. One night, I woke up to my brother in my bedroom standing at the foot of my bed. He's known to come over to mine and my grandma's house and knock on my bedroom door to say hello at all hours. He works nights, but he doesn't just come into the room. I say hello as I come into consciousness and no response. I frantically find any nearby light to turn on, and my quote-unquote brother is gone. I realize it was a shadow figure and not my brother. I'm pretty shaken because at this point I still don't know what's happening to me. After this is when I Googled my experience and come across this article. It's a Healthline article. The shadow figure was scary, but the article is about these types of hallucinations.
Hypnagogic hallucinations.
Yeah. The shadow figure was scary, but I did note that it wasn't a positive entity and it didn't mean me harm either. Or at least that's the vibe I got. I'm kind of glad for him, quote unquote him, because I now know what's happening as soon as I turn a light on and there's nothing there. I now tell everyone I sleep near about the phenomenon so I don't literally give them a heart attack. Sorry, fellow camping friend. I've never had it happen with my boyfriend since high school. Oh, that's cute. But we don't live together. He knows about it, though, and is the least likely person to be afraid if I woke him up to this type of thing. This hasn't happened since I got my dog Bixby on August 26th. Oh, I love doggos. Here's a pic because I know Ron loves animals.
That's so funny.
Not black, but hashtag omen babies. Omen babies don't have to be black.
For the record, omen babies are just any pets of the spooky friends. That's all.
We've had parrots, like birds, big birds,
pet
little
insects.
birds.
We had someone that was on the
spiders,
Discord that would always share their
had
insect
a tarantula,
pets. Yeah.
Lizards, reptiles, things like that. They're all your little babies.
The little babies.
Little babies.
Hashtag omen babies.
I am so sorry how long this is, but I have one more interesting, to me, sorry if this is boring, story. The one time these hallucinations have ended in me putting myself in harm's way, because people who get them have been known to hurt themselves jumping from their bed, is when I had one in a motel room. I'm going to take a break and be like, the thing with hallucinations, though, I feel like, too, is I've watched way too many horror movies where they're having these hallucinations and they think they're trying to get a bug off, or they're trying to pry something off of them, and they end up, like, cutting themselves.
Hurting themselves in some way, yeah.
Because they're hallucinating it and they're not... That stuff scares me a lot.
Now that we know it scares Robin, let's hear what this person had happen to them.
I was in the middle of Nevada in a mine town called Elko. It was my mom, my brother, my childhood best friend, and I visiting the area, as my mom was going to buy land in a nearby, even more rural town of Crescent Valley, Nevada, nearest Barrick Gold Mine. Interesting. I've never heard of these places.
I mean, I've heard of Elko for sure.
In this motel, I woke in the middle of the night, panicked, and certain the front desk called and told us we needed to move rooms. In my sleep, I got out of bed with my best friend sleeping soundly and my brother and mom in the room still, and I left the motel room. As soon as the door latches shut, I wake, realizing in horror what I'd done. I was so scared, as I was in 6th grade, so just a little baby,
right,
in a motel hallway in a tiny town across the street from a casino. The population of this area is made up of men who worked in a mine, and here I was in my pajamas locked outside the door because I imagined we were being moved.
Oh no.
Oh no. Sleepy me was so scared to wake anyone else in the motel with cheap, thin walls that I stood there for 30 minutes quickly tapping to wake only my mom up. I knew she was a light sleeper. She was so stunned to see me in the peephole. We laugh now, but it could have ended much differently. Absolutely. Like, oh my gosh. 6th grade, you're what, 11?
That sounds right.
Yeah. And it's just... That's such a scary thing to experience, getting locked out like that. If you got to this point, you're an actual angel, but I love y'all, and I hope you keep it up. Much love, Ella Rose. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you so much for sending that in, Ella Rose. It's nice to know that no harm came to you. It's definitely scary, though. That, like, I mean, as a 35-year-old at this point, I can totally relate to it from personal experience of sleepwalking. And now I think, like, what would happen if it was like your kid, you know?
Yeah.
You woke up and your kid was missing and they're outside. It would be absolutely terrifying. So it sucks that you have to go through that, especially the spider hallucinations. That sounds awful. And hopefully sooner or later these things just sort of stop tormenting you, or you have like pleasant hallucinations, if those are such a thing. So that's all I have to say. But thank you so much again for sending that in.
Yeah. It's a very scary experience overall. I can't imagine having those types of hallucinations and not knowing what's real.
Right. You have to like get someone to say like, is that real? Okay, cool. I'm going to bed then. So it's nice to have trustworthy people around you if that's the case. But thank you one more time. All right. Let's look over into Stream Chat. And this is the end of the show-ish. So we're done with our emails. So I'm going to read YouTube chat. And for anyone who would like to join in, that's over there on YouTube. After that, we're going to play marbles on stream, which is a wonderful way for you folks to win a free piece of Scaryish merch. Let me scroll to where I left off. Scroll. Shannon said, wow, congrats on the sponsorship. Again, thank you so much, Shannon. Vivian says, wait, there's 2 surprise announcements? Yeah, there are. So Brian says, Adam just slings that shot back and Robin sips it. Yeah, I'm like, take that, you stupid fucking face. That's just how I've always done shots, because it's like, one way or the other, it's going into your mouth, so make it quick. So that sounds weird. Vivian says, does anyone know the video title that mentions y'all? I want to check it out. We had the link sent to us, but I don't think we actually shared the link, come to think of it.
Let's see if I can do a copy.
We'll hunt it down. Brian says, speaking of hallucinations, I just found out about something called mad honey, which is a honey bees made with a poison flower, and consuming it causes hallucinations. Also, it is legal in the U.S.
I copy pasted it into Discord. If you want to copy paste it into YouTube, there.
Right on. I did not know that mad honey was a thing. I kind of want to try it, and I also kind of don't, just because it's like, I don't know if I want to induce hallucinations in myself.
Yeah, I'm a big nope to that, because I don't know if I could handle it.
Who knows what I'd see, you know? Vivian says, maybe I could just make my next story, like intro, my bullshit stories that I do about, like, the time I took mad honey. Vivian says, I've been watching Hannibal on Netflix, and that show details how scary hallucinations can be. The show can be hard to know what's real and what's a hallucination, and it's so trippy.
It's crazy because they have him do the test, the detective, whatever.
The clock thing?
Yeah. Mads Mikkelsen, whatever, does that clock test multiple times. And you can just see the test getting worse and worse and worse and worse, and it's just like, oh my god, it's such a good show.
I've never watched it, but I've always heard really good things on it, so I'll check it out. Ghost Dunk is resubscribed.
Thank you so
much.
much.
Using his own money for the 15th month. Says, awesome night for streaming. Absolutely nothing else big happening on Twitch right now.
Wow.
Good to know. I imagine there actually is something big happening on Twitch, but who knows? Ghost Dunk is also my DM in my game on Sundays, and it's probably one of the best D&D campaigns I've been in a long time. So shout out to Ghost Dunk. Anyone out there who likes D&D or appreciates good people that need to be appreciated.
ASB Bunny says those hypnagogic hallucinations are what you experience when you have sleep paralysis.
I was wondering if that's like very, very similar to it. Brian says, I'm not endorsing it, but if you're going to do drugs, honey is probably the sweetest way to do it.
It's like that episode of Futurama.
With the mad honey?
Where Fry sits there and it's like 1 spoon of honey does this.
Oh,
2 spoons
yeah.
of honey. Yeah. Because he loves Lila.
It's so funny because Vivian said, there's this one cool scene from Hannibal where the main character is asked to draw the face of a clock, and he asks him to draw 12 at the top and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. But in reality, he wrote the numbers on random places on the paper. It's funny because going back through and placing,
start getting crunched up.
Going back through and placing ads in all the old episodes, Robin talked about this like a year and a half ago. And it's funny because we brought it up and I was like, oh yeah, I remember listening to her talk about this like a couple days ago. And yeah. I guess remember hearing about it last time. Brian says, good job, Adam. You made my wife laugh while trying to sip her tea. You're welcome. Also, if we're giving shouts out to Futurama, the best episodes of Futurama is where Bender meets God. Fry finds his dog and resurrects it, and Bender gets jealous. And the episode where Fry tries to find his 7-leaf clover.
Oh my god.
All 3 of those episodes made me weep like a baby. And one of them,
oh my gosh,
one of them made me weep because it was so sad. The Bender meets God one isn't really weepy. It's just like it fills you up with a really good feeling. And then the one where Fry tries to find a 7-leaf clover absolutely made me cry at the end of it. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and get Marbles on Stream set up, and Robin can read her Twitch chat. So let's go ahead and get that thing a-rolling.
Lots of people are saying spiders are a big nope. I hate spiders. They're absolutely terrifying. Someone posted a video on the Scaryish Facebook friends group. Was it him?
Meadows.
It was like a ball.
We've had that thing posted like 3 times.
Oh my god.
There's nothing down there.
There's a mouse mat that has been rolled up and flipped around, and I touched it and it freaked me out. The video is just this ball of spiders that are just rolling around in it.
They're like furry spiders.
Yeah, like tarantulas, you know. And you're like, okay, that's a lot of spiders, but they're small.
They're contained. They're small.
And then the camera pans to these spiders' mom, who's like,
if it's like this much of spider, like spider babies in a sack,
it's mom, like this big.
The mom is huge. And she's bigger than a fucking hand.
My aunt is really supportive of the show, and she's in the Facebook group, and she's told me where anytime anybody posts a video of spiders, she hides the post.
I will typically post a crying face or just ignore it because I'm just like, nope, I'm not doing this to myself.
Oh god, I'm just spiders are a big nope.
A big set of gloopy noops, as a friend of mine named Robin Grace says. All right, let me get into my observation
The
stuff.
Snark says, Space Bees.
I can't believe they're coming out with another Borat. Like, do they think that they've waited so long people won't know who he is? Or
Glitch says there are bees that make honey with THC. Ooh.
Interesting.
I'm Beef Trainer says Futurama rules. I love Futurama. It's so good. Ghost Dunk says, how did Futurama manage to have 3 final episodes that were all amazing last episodes?
I didn't see him. I
haven't
couldn't
seen them either.
watch the end of Futurama.
I'm Beef Trainer says the Futurama episode that Fry gets reunited with Seymour. Oh my gosh,
Boom,
that dog!
Dude, I can't. Stop crying
when
I
they
watch that
show
episode.
you Seymour sitting outside,
he was. Oh God, I didn't even want
Oh.
to. Okay, so first and foremost, type an exclamation point vote, then a space, and the number that corresponds to the track you want to race. If you've never seen the episode, I am going to spoil it for you, and if you have seen the episode, I'm going to re-traumatize you. The entire premise is that Fry finds his old dog from when he was still in 1999, who was like 3 years old, named Seymour, and he's fossilized. So he's going to take it somewhere where he can get Seymour revived, and Bender doesn't want him to because Bender feels jealous because Bender is Fry's best friend. At the end, they are about to bring Seymour back to life, and they carbon date Seymour, and they realize he was 15 years old when he died. So Fry decides not to bring his dog back to life because he lived a long and happy life, and it would not be fair to Seymour to bring him back. And the end of the episode, they flash back to, and the entire time they're flashing back and forth to Fry and Seymour. Seymour is the only one who notices Fry's been frozen and does everything to try and get Fry unfrozen. And then Seymour basically gives up. He has nothing left he can do. So the pizza place that Fry used to work at, Seymour goes out in front and waits for Fry to come home for 12 years. Until he lays down and closes his eyes as an old dog in the middle of winter. And then the episode ends. It's like, this is how he died. He
so
waited
sad.
for his owner for 12 years in the same spot. So if you have ever had a pet and you can watch that without bawling your eyes out, you are heartless. I'm pretty sure that's the actual psychopath test. And that's just how it's going to be.
Glitch says he was fossilized in dolomite. Thank you very much.
That's funny.
The Snark says he waits for 1,000 summers. He will wait for you. Oh.
All right, currently the number one track as far as voting goes is Frozen 2. So we'll let this scroll by one more time, and we'll see how many votes Frozen 2 has.
That reminds me of the Doctor Who episode about the last Centurion.
Oh, yeah, that one's so cheesy.
Oh my gosh, I love Doctor Who. Lee says Jurassic Park, such a good episode. The Snark says, don't make me feel these feelings again. I love Futurama. There's some episodes where you're like, man, this is dumb. Some that you're just like, who wrote this? Because it's amazing. Man, all the Christmas episodes are great.
Matt Groening wrote it. He's the guy who did Simpsons. All right, so Frozen 2 is still in the lead. We're going to go ahead and jump into it. Adam.
The Snark says, oh girl, my panties dropped so fast for Rory.
Wow.
Yes.
So, Frozen 2 typically takes 3 minutes and 48 seconds. World record time is 1 minute and 45. Takes Spooky Friends 10 seconds less than everyone else on average. 3 minutes and 38 seconds. Cashew has done it in 3 minutes and 19 seconds. Let's go ahead and get that track loaded up. And exclamation point play to get your marble on stream.
Glitch says, Adam,
I gotta
was
get set
just
up.
the shirt in the P.O. box. Yeah, it was just the shirt in there. And I checked the P.O. box yesterday because I had to drop off all the Patreon rewards.
It's a lot.
And there was nothing in there. So, I'm not sure. Ghost Dunk says, I think Jurassic Park was based on that. The dog's name was Hachiko, and there's a statue there now. Oh, yeah, the is it Shibuya, I think, is where the statue of Hachiko is?
Shibuya. We've been there.
Yeah. It's sticky.
God damn it. It's not hot or sweet. It's just sticky.
I'm going to close this drawer in case.
No. It's fine.
Okay.
I'm hot. Sticky sweet. So we have 16 marbles currently entered into the race. We know there are more of you out there watching. I'm going to give you 40 seconds to join in with exclamation point play. Robin, have you joined in already?
Oh, no. Hold on.
Neither have
Sorry. Beep, boop, bada.
Every week I have to clean this desk because someone spills their drink. Every week.
Ooh, that towel stinks.
Yeah, it does, dude. And it came off the clean pile.
Gross. Anytime it gets wet, I guarantee it's just going to start stinking.
Can you just, so stinky.
Can you set up that mount sometime?
Yeah, I totally forgot about it. All right, so we got 5 seconds left before we get away going. That's not a phrase. But here we go.
He's going to give it away now. Or something, however that song goes by the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Pretty good. Oh, yeah, this is the one that loop-de-loops a million times. So we'll see how this goes. I don't know how someone finished this in 1 minute and 45 seconds. I'm guessing there's a trick where you can jump through and wind up landing down there. ASB Bunny earlier said, "Not Frozen 2, it's so bad."
That's funny. Right now, Ghost Dunk is in the lead with Cashew 16 on the other side and David chasing Ghost Dunk on their side.
Glitch says he sent 2 things, so he's going to look into the other thing that's missing. The Snark says they've visited that place in a video game. I'm going to assume Shibuya. I Am Beef Trainer says, I'm still tearing up over the episode of Futurama. I bawled my eyes out the first time I saw it, and just thinking about it makes me want to cry and cuddle my fur kids.
Ghost Dunk is going backwards. Cashew 16 takes advantage of it along with David. Ooh, everyone ran into each other right there, so Cashew 16 has a pretty solid lead now. Although you can see those spikes dropping, and they're going to cause Debra, which is what people in Canada call debris, or at least Squirrely Dan, to block the track. And Cashew 16 managed to cruise on through, so I don't know if it's actually slowing anyone down. Yep. Hoppy J, or Hoppy J, I always say it wrong, did get slowed down.
Oh, also, I just want to remind everyone, the Etsy store right now has 15% off any orders over $15. So if you were contemplating getting any of the Scaryish pins or skull pins or whatever that we have, our stickers, coasters, anything that's on the shop, the sale's over at the end of October. So if you want to get the 15% off, now's a good time.
Indeed. Ghost Dunk is now in the lead pretty handily with Cashew 16's Ghost Ball and actually Phazon live chasing him. These weird spikes, these coney spikes, seem to be very difficult to navigate around. Let's go over here and see if anyone's getting slowed down. I think Ghost Dunk's already made it through. No. However, they have lost out on the record-setting pace. They can catch up, I'm sure, but if anyone's keeping track for, I was going to say world record status, but I guess that would be Scaryish record status. Right now, Ghost Dunk's running just a little bit off the pace. Ghost Dunk also does speedruns and stuff like that, so if any of you are into speedruns, go ahead and head over to his channel and check him out, because it's pretty cool shit. He actually helped guide me through Legend of Zelda 2 Link's Adventure, which was very nice of him, because it's another one of the games he speedruns. David is now in the lead, coming up on the Snowflake Fanblade. Cruises right through it, and I think he's now ahead of Cashew 16's record-setting pace. We'll see if that lasts.
I'm What's for Dinner says that episode of Futurama is the closest a cartoon has ever come to making me cry. And it says, they say, according to Adam, that makes me slightly psychopathic.
It does indeed. David decided to take a detour and go backwards.
Ghost Dunk says Lee's marble looks super lame.
That's so funny. I have caught up, and I'm trying to set this new world record pace, but I've come to a complete stop. David over there has also come to a stop, and we'll see who winds up finishing first. I, of course, will not collect a prize, just the points. However, actually, Phazon can collect the prize. Congratulations. David comes in third. I Am Beef Trainer is fourth, and TD Funk comes in fifth. We'll watch the rest of the folks trickle in. Valley Grills is still pretty far back there, and they have 1 minute and 15 seconds to finish this track before the blue wave of death hits them.
Thank you so much, your boy Ghost Dog, for following.
Oh no, my phone got locked.
I'm Beef Trainer goes, and yet I What's for Dinner, you cried at the end of Les Miserables. I've never seen that at all. No play. No, I've never read the book, if there is a book. I've never seen the movie. I just have never had anything. No, all I know is Anne Hathaway and Hugh Jackman are in the movie.
And Russell Crowe.
And Russell Crowe? Does he play like a soldier person? I feel like I've seen him. Okay.
He does.
I don't even know what that is about. All I know is there's poor people and they're singing.
It's about stuff that happens that's dramatic. I know someone steals a loaf of bread and gets thrown in jail for like decades or some shit. All right. Congratulations, me. Yay. I have won. Suck it, everyone.
ASB Bunny says, bring on the beautiful blue wave of death. That is death. Actually, Phazon says, about time I didn't die.
Type an exclamation point merch and go pick yourself a sticker.
I'm Beef Trainer says, yeah, I didn't die, which means points.
All right, I moved up to 11 points on the season. Actually, Faison moves up to 5. David is up to 14. I am Beef Trainer 6. TD Funk is 9. I am What's for Dinner is at 6. 1 to the Snarked, 1 to Ghost Dunk. Glitch is at 9. L. Gatesman is at 9. ASB Bunny is at 7. And Robin's at 1. Ha 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 ha. Okay, let me jump back in here and let's go and vote on the second track.
Glitch says, I have a lot of crazy ghost stories coming and EVPs to include.
Hell yeah, dude.
EVPs scare me, man.
It's just those fucking dudes asking you about your car's extended warranty.
They're just telling me how cool my tattoos look.
Oh yeah. His tattoos look sick. All right, I'm going to vote on this one.
Oh no, that's not how you vote. 26. Soviet Meg says, would it be okay if my girlfriend made cookies for you guys, or is food not okay for a P.O. box? You can totally send cookies. I'm totally down for kooks.
We got cookies for our dogs.
We got cookies for
us yet.
I also ordered more.
Did you?
Yeah.
The dogs
love those things. Yeah. If you folks haven't seen, one of our spooky friends sent us some homemade, pumpkin treats, dog treats for the dogs. We posted it on Instagram, but they absolutely loved them. So I ordered more because they love them so much. ASB Bunny says, what if I send you cookies? They're coming from Australia. I think it would be okay.
We had cookies get stopped from Japan.
Yeah.
For some weird reason, but if you send them, they'll make their way to us sooner or later and they will wind up in our tummies. So please don't poison them. That's the only thing I have to say.
I would just be worried if it takes like a month to get here. Would the cookies still be good, That's what I would be.
But I'm still going to eat them because
that's fucked up.
Very thankful. Right now, Dave's Death Alley is in first place, and I'm curious, have we ever raced Dave's Death Alley?
Ghost Dunk says, you guys should definitely stream Phasmophobia. Adam really wants to stream that game.
I want to get it set up where through one stream we can have Robin and I on it. Without having 2 capture cards, what would likely wind up happening is I just use 2 webcams and follow one of our streams at a time, which would be really fun. I've only ever seen it streamed by one person who's like super good at it, and so they're not scared of it at all, and it's just like, it's almost like they're speed running all the levels or something, so I really don't really have a good grasp on what the gameplay is like. Aside from it's like a walking simulator where you're trying to like do a bunch of different tasks. So
your boy Ghost Og. I don't know if it's Ghost Og or Ghost OG.
I think it's Ghost OG.
I love the Drifloon. Thank you so much. I love Drifloon. I think Drifloon is one of the creepiest Pokemon because if you folks didn't know, the story behind Drifloon is that it likes to lure children away.
Forever. It's like the Pennywise the Clown of Pokemon.
Yes.
All right, we're going to go with Dave's Death Alley. On average, it takes 2 minutes and 10 seconds to complete. The world record holder is Eric Sonic, who did it in 1 minute, 2 seconds, .889. We have never raced it. So, whoever wins this race will set the Scaryish record for fastest completion ever. Let's get in on that.
Emanon says, who won that last one? Actually, Faison did. Glitch says, I got run 3 different times at Goatman's Bridge. Not fun hearing in the pitch black in the middle of the woods where a goat demon lives.
Oh my god.
Fudge that.
Exclamation point, please.
Oh, ASB Bunny says, it's all good. I don't think I can bake that well. I'm sure you can bake amazingly. We're just going to have to go to Australia one day, minus the spiders, and grab some baked goods. Soviet Meg says, I could send you some Maine food products or drinks so you can taste Maine.
Lobster, please.
I've never been to Maine. I've never been that north on the East Coast. I think the furthest we've been is New Jersey, right?
Yes. That's
New York. New York is above New Jersey or vice versa?
They're next to each other.
Okay. Yeah. So that's the
I'm pretty sure New Jersey is above New York because New York comes out and like juts out into the ocean. It's
okay.
Like the island and everything.
Yeah. So that's the furthest north I've ever been. I've never been to Maine. I've done a report. I'm sure I've said this before. I've done a report on Maine when I was in, oh man, I don't know, 6th grade, 7th grade maybe. I did a report
30 seconds to join
on Maine, and I was just like, it looks gorgeous, and I really want to go there.
It's nice to see we have 20
one day.
marbles already in the stream. The one thing I remember about Maine is when Anglo-Saxon immigrants originally settled. What? Just let me finish my sentences. Okay. They originally settled that part of the country. They were saying that the fish were so abundant you could just take a rope and tie it to a bucket and go out on the shore and just drag it offshore, and you would just pull up fish. That's how many fish were out there.
Wow.
So it's not shocking that that is such a huge profession out there on the East Coast, is still like fishermen, because it's always been, since the culture arrived, a really big staple in that area.
I Went to Dinner says saltwater taffy, bruh.
Soviet May got launched off the edge.
I love saltwater
taffy. We have
taffy.
played this map before. It must just be like the new updated version, or we just haven't played it this season. Cashew 16 and TD Funk were launched off the side as well. ASB Bunny was launched but did not fly off the edge. And it looks like Taehae and Robin are neck and neck for first place. Ooh,
oh, gosh. Oh, wow.
Stayed on the track somehow, although they did not hit the fast forward button. I Am Beef Trainer.
Oh, no.
And
it's gone now.
Princess Buttface Kate. Which I do wonder if that was the person who sent in the email today. Have been eliminated along with Taehae. I think I already said that, because it took so long for them to float up and then out. Emanon is in first place. Looks like L. Gatesman is in second place. Actually, Faison was just eliminated. Hoppy J as well. We only have 12 of the 20 marbles left. Emanon is in first place by a mile at this point, so as long as you don't get knocked off, you might be okay. There's a lot of zigzagging going on to avoid these things, so Emanon might have this one in the bag. There are some pulsating rods that have something to say about that. We'll see how that goes. You can see him down here, underneath the track, just trying to ruin your day.
Ghost said it's OG, made it 2 years ago, am childish. I don't think adding OG to anything makes you childish.
All right, congratulations, Emanon1588, for taking first place in this particular race. Laura Ann was coming in pretty hot for second place, and that did not work out. R.I.P.
My gamer tag for Xbox is literally based on an anime, so...
And it has X's in front and behind it.
And yes, and I've had that since I was 18, maybe, so...
Valley Grills has also been eliminated. Every time we see someone when we're playing games that has X's in front and behind their names, I'm like, oh my God.
Adam's like, oh my God, it's from your clan.
He's in your clan, dude. Do you know him?
Jesus. ASB Bunny says, yay, visit Great Southern West Australia, hardly spoken of, but I promise you won't regret the refuge.
I was eliminated.
I would love to go to Australia just once.
Third. Robin, fourth. Your boy is fifth. David trickles in at sixth. Glitch is going to make 7. ASB Bunny, 8th. And the Snark is going to try and complete without dying to be 9th. Ooh,
oh, that was close. The Snark says New York is slightly further north. Interesting.
I think it depends on where you're at in New York, because where we were in Jersey was north of where we were going in New York. So
really?
Yeah.
I wouldn't know. I don't know. I don't pay attention to geography. I'm really bad at it.
All right. Emanon, congratulations.
I really want to see kangaroos.
You did set a time record on that one specifically because we've never raced that track this season, so it didn't have any of the wins registered yet. So let us know which sticker you would like by going over to Robin's Quiet Corner. Best way to do that, type in !merch, click that link, and find Robin's Quiet Corner's link. All right, Emanon's up to 9 on the season. Gatesman is up to 14. I'm Once a Dinner goes up to 10. Robin goes up to 4. Your boy is up to 12.
Your boy.
David is up to 15 and in the lead by 1. Glitch is up to 10, hits double digits. ASB Bunny is up to 8. The Snarked goes up to 2. I stay the same at 11, and everyone else below can see their scores as well.
They said you can just call them Ghost.
Right on. Ghost it is. All right. So that was the second race for this evening. We're going to go ahead and move over to our normal camera and get ready for this outro and give you back the rest of your Tuesday night. So... Gonna go ahead and back us out since Robin's already on her phone, and I guess I'll just go ahead and pilot this thing out.
I'm very excited to play Call of Duty.
It looks super fun. I was watching my favorite streamer play it. His name is Huskers. If you guys like Call of Duty,
it's Huskers.
Huskerrs, and he's actually super positive, and his community is super positive, which is a rare thing to find, and it's for Call of Duty, which seems even more rare. He's also fucking incredible at the game. So anyways, that's a shout out for my dude Huskers. Let me go ahead and mark it so we can move into the outro. So I just want to thank everyone who sent in their stories one last time. We sincerely appreciate you sharing such a big part of your lives with us. Sometimes it's just parts. Yeah, it could just be a funny story, but sometimes it's something really deep, like here's my earliest memory. Also, it's horribly traumatizing and I've overcome it. And that's a pretty powerful thing, and we sincerely appreciate you trusting us to read those. So one more time, thank you so much. If you have a story you would like to share with us, you can email storytime@scaryish.com or go over to our website, scaryish.com, and click on Contact Us. If you fill out that form and click Submit, it comes directly to us. If you want to hit us up on any of our social medias, our Facebook is facebook.com/scarishpodcast. Twitter is @scarishpodcast. Nope, I lied. Twitter is @scarishpod, and Instagram is at Scaryish Podcast. If you want to join our Discord, that's sort of like a real-time interaction for the community and for Robin and I. If you go to scaryish.com, there's a ticker at the top that's scrolling by. One of them says join us on our Discord. Click that. There's a link in there and it'll take you directly to there. Robin, for folks who would like to donate to us monetarily, how can they do so?
You can go to patreon.com/Scaryish Podcast, and those are monthly donations. There's a bunch of different tiers on there. Tiers start at $1, and you can get ad-free episodes, which is great, and early access on some episodes, and we try our best to add extra content. We do have a physical merch tier, so if you get to be Badge of Honor tier and up, right now I have Wendigo acrylic charms, like keychains, that I'm sending out to everybody. And if you want one of those, they're very limited quantities, so get your hands and put your name in there now. And then if you want to just do one-time donations, you can go to ko-fi.com/Scaryish Podcast. All your donations go to helping us upgrade our studio setup and kind of keep this going and giving us more time and more of an opportunity to create more content for you folks.
Indeed. So thank you so much for everyone who sent in their stories, everyone who listened, everyone who watched. We love every single one of you. We sincerely do. So I think that's just about everything for Storytime number 141, I think. We've done a lot of them. Holy balls. Robin, go ahead and sign us out.
Keep on creeping on, and we'll talk to you guys later.
Bye.